Oh my gosh, we've just arrived in our hotel, at our hotel in Kandy, and it looks like it's in the trees. And we may not leave from here. It's beautiful here. We have just checked into Chariot Square in Kandy. It is a really beautiful place. It's really newly done, really nice wood. And it's got a chair here. It doesn't have individual fridges, but there is a kitchen right across the hall. And he said you can just use it. Very beautifully done. I'm not sure how big the bed is. It looks biggish, but I was wrong in the previous one in Sigiriya. So let's see after a night's sleep what's going to be like. But this balcony is not for us, it's outside, so anybody can walk through, so we can't really leave. There's curtains open. As much as the view is beautiful, it is a shade balcony. As you can see the person outside. This is a decent sized room, not the biggest one. Now the last couple of one in Negombo and Sigiriya we got a bit spoiled as well, but it's not small by any stretch of the imagination. And a shower screen. Woohoo! This whole place looks like it's just newly built, not just newly renovated. I'm not sure if they're tiles. They feel like stick-on, but they're not smooth, but they have tile shapes. So they must be tiles because they are all over. Even in the shower, it's the same ones. And there's a shower. There's some lotions and potions. What is that? No, that's just the design feature. It doesn't have anything inside. This is soap. Okay, just a tiny soap. So at least it's not plastic. So the box is paper, and this is paper as well. And no shower gels and no shampoos or anything like that. These small individual heaters must be the thing in Sri Lanka, but we know how to use them now. Everything looks very good. We'll catch up in a day because we're only here 2 nights, so we'll catch up and see how it was, what was the breakfast like. But you can't fault the view and the room design. This is our beautiful breakfast area. They've designed it really well, most of it. We'll do an end of stay review in a bit and show you the things that they didn't get right, but you cannot beat this view. As you can see, the mountains across from us are covered in clouds, and the air up here is very clean and fresh. They are even letting us make our own eggs. They've got the table set, but and they have some bananas here, some jam ready to use, and my husband's in the kitchen making the eggs because he makes the best eggs. They put some fruit and jam and butter and some bread, tea and coffee as a little buffet. Hello everyone, this is the second day of our stay in Chariot Hotel, boutique hotel, and it's one of those reviews that's gonna go down as a what happened here? It looks very pretty, but the bed, as I suspected, is quite small, and there is absolutely no space. Well, hardly any space. There is a shelf inside this one where you can unpack. So normally I wouldn't show you our mess, but there it is in all its glory. So we've just had to unpack. Well, we just had to use our own suitcases and weren't able to unpack at all. But we are here for a very short while, so that's okay. But if we are here for longer, it would be a big drag. And of course, when we woke up, this was our view. So normally when we have a beautiful view, we don't close the curtains at all. We don't draw the curtains. We just leave them open, so we wake up with a beautiful view. But this time it's not to be. And the design feature of this window are this lattice on top of the door, and today they have fixed it with some insulation, because we went like, what on earth is this? How can you have a gap which is, there was no glass in it? I'll show you the full thing in the bathroom window, because I don't think they've changed it there. So in a country which is very hot and riddled with mosquitoes, so how could you have something that's just open to the element? So mosquitoes will get in, and if you turn the AC on, all the cold air will go outside and the heat will come in. To show you what that one looked like when we moved in, as you can see, the whole thing is just open to the elements, and this is what we walked into yesterday. And I don't know if nobody has said anything before or complained or what have you, but it was open, and then they put some insulation today, so now we've at least protected from the mosquitoes for today. And these things are meant to have your shampoo and your shower gel, but every time they have to fill it up, so it wasn't filled up. That's why I couldn't see anything in it. So then he did fill it up. Our water obviously is a small tank, so that's you have to be very careful, but then it just makes you conserve the water. The rest of it's fine. The sink's okay, the soap is nice, doesn't smell bad, but the toilet is a very small one and is square. It's one of those things of, if it ain't broken, don't fix it kind of scenario. When I closed the door on the first day, and I thought, oh, what's this? Is this a spare flush or something? But it's not. And then I left it. So then later on, we realized that the water wasn't coming on. So what happened to the water? So that turns off the water. It's the cutout for the water. Maybe it's because the taps are loose. We made the breakfast ourselves, so that was very good. And they do serve some sort of buffet thing, but it's the third hotel we've stayed in Sri Lanka, and they seem to follow the same modus operandi, because then the food always is cold. Would I recommend this? It's a probably, if you can handle all of these other things, but I personally would not want to come and stay here again. But the views are amazing. If you wanted views like that, and if you wanted to chill and just sit down and not do much and just enjoy the scenery, for that would be ideal. So if you like the video, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you next time for travel and review videos. Bye. We came back from our day. They asked if we wanted tea or coffee, and they made us a full set of teas and coffees, which was really sweet.